So here we are after a long time not uploading in my channel. Now here we are playing the FIFA 16 demo, and it's a video talking about a few aspects of the game, a few things, and how smooth the gameplay is on my current system, and talking about any differences between this and the previous FIFA, and we will see how the match will go. As you can see on the upper left on the screen, we have FPS capture. I mean, you see how many FPS, the FPS count on the current time, and I have it locked on 60 FPS with VSync on. But I have to say that without VSync it gets almost 150 FPS, which is incredible. But on the downside, having VSync on makes replays and stuff lag a little bit, because they are locked on 30 FPS instead of 16. But here we are already, the match started, and we play Manchester City versus Paris Saint-Germain. And as you can see, the gameplay is pretty smooth, locked in 60 FPS. The graphics, I have to say, are a little bit improved from the previous versions of FIFA. The faces have a little better skin, a little better colors, and I think the gameplay is smoother than ever in my opinion, which is pretty good, I have to say. But so far now playing, the gameplay itself hasn't changed too much, as now we sat with Aguero and we hit the post, so that was a great opportunity there. But continuing what I was talking about, you can see now the FPS have been down to 13 for this camera angle, the replay style camera angle. But other than that, the game plays smoothly on 60 FPS. But the gameplay, I mean the controls and such stuff, haven't changed too much. On my opinion, most downside of the game is the style of kinetics. I mean, the players move like they are robots, but it's still pretty realistic in most cases, as we have now gotten the ball and we are now Aguero trying the shot. It's another chance, very good save from the goalkeeper, and we have a corner. So the match is 4 minutes per half time, so not a lot of time to make a lot of opportunities. But here we are having two important opportunities so far, one with the post and one with a Saturday corner previously. Nice tackle from Fernando to Company. Anyway, so far it looks nice. I have to get used to the keys and the control itself, because I haven't played the game much so far, and I haven't played the previous version either. So even if I hadn't played FIFA 15, I am not too experienced with that. Anyway, we now gained a free kick there. I think it must be a hard ball, and That's what I was talking about, robotic kinetics, as you can see. That was pretty unrealistic. But other than that, the players move smoothly. It's a good. Now we will try to take the free kick, and I think that was a good chance. Having not a good idea about how to take free kicks yet. As you can see, the faces are pretty clean, pretty, I think, improved from what we have seen in the past. And the positive on this game is that you can play on a lot of devices. As I have previously stated, it's not quite a heavy game, it's quite friendly on the hardware aspects. I have a GTX 760 and as you can see it plays pretty smoothly. I play it on 150 FPS without the FreeSync. I haven't mentioned yet, so as you can see there's a lot of potential that slower cards and slower PC specs can play this game, so that is pretty positive. And as you can see, I love these replay angles on slow motion and on cinematic view. Makes this so much lively with the commentary on. But heading now to the second half, we haven't had any very big chance after the post and the corner, and the score is 0-0 yet. But we will try to make a few more opportunities and maybe score a goal. So I think so far it looks very interesting. The AI is a bit competitive, I have to say also. I play on professional difficulty. Maybe I am not too used yet, but I find they are very competitive. They know how to mark on most cases. On the downside, I find the AI of the goalkeepers a little bit weak. I mean, I have played other matches and I have seen that if you catch a goalkeeper off position, you might have a great chance to score a goal. I mean, he will stay asleep even after you shot. So that's a downside. But now we are on the counter attack, but we lost the ball there. Anyway, and they know how to defend well when I put press on them. As you can see, they not make too many mistakes, even if it's only professional difficulty, not world class on legendary. So this suggests to me that the legendary difficulty must be very difficult to beat, and that's always a plus side, because you always want that more kind of a challenge to test yourself to the very best of the opponents. On the downside of this particular demo, I wanted the matches to have a little bit of more time. I mean, 4 minutes each half is very short. You can't take too many opportunities to score. But now here we are with Agüero, dribbling a little bit, but we lose the ball. It's quite difficult to dribble yet, as I also play on the keyboard, which make things a little bit trickier. But it's still pretty fun to play I still love how it looks, love the difficulty the AI offers and the opportunity, the possibility to have a very challenging AI, so that's pretty good. The players look realistic, more better compared to the previous games. I haven't played Pro 16 yet to compare FIFA 16 with PSG 16, but I really hope these two companies will offer challenge to each other, so we can see even better games as the time passes, because Pro Evolution have fallen like a cliff on the last few years, especially after PS 14, but I think I have heard it's ready to make comeback this year, so we will wait and see. But as the time passes, we are now heading towards the injury time of the second half, and that means we are going to go on the either extra time or to the penalties, and I think I will go to the penalties immediately because the extra time will be too short to score any goals. If 45 minutes are 4 minutes basically, then the extra time will be far too short to make any difference. Anyway, here we are on penalties. Kun Aguero for the first kick and we scored. Nicely taken. Now Zlatan Ibrahimovic against us, and I press the buttons randomly because I don't know how to jump, and that was a little bit unrealistic save, I have to say. Anyway, now Yaya Toure, and we scored again. So as you can see now, the FPS is down to 30, which is a little bit weird if you have VSync on. The reason I have video synchronization on is because there's a lot of tearing if you have it turned off, which I don't know why it happens. But anyway, here we are taking the last penalty kick, and it's Kolarov versus Sirigu. 3-1 the score, and we scored again, so we won the penalty shootout, and that's the match over. So that is my first gameplay video of the new FIFA 16 demo edition. This is my first ever video playing on full HD at 60 FPS, so I hope the quality is far better compared to my previous videos. So that's it, I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future, and see you guys on my next one.